Oh, I'm supposed to say it. So I really am in the lead. Good evening, truck and tractor pull fans. Since JR is not prepared tonight, it's all on.
As usual. JR just got out of the hayfield, so I had
Yeah.
an excuse.
So tonight we're going to be going over the Buck results. JR and I were both there, but we were both late. So go team.
Guess why?
And then
Guess why? Guess
because
why?
you were in the hayfield.
I was in the hayfield again.
I was just late because that's who I am as a person. Um, and I got lost on the way there. So go team.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I'm looking. We got two of our guests backstage,
Yeah.
and I knew the one was going to jump right back here, but the other one showed up with a hat. So, and they're laughing, so I know they can hear us.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we're going to go over the Buck results, and then, as JR said, backstage in internet world here, we have the guys from the Beast of the East coming to discuss their event this Saturday, as well as Joey Radel with Snyder County. And I can get lost going the mile from my house to my work. It's just who I am as a person.
Glad I'm here. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I don't think I got lost. I just went a different way than I was used to, and it's good. I made it through downtown Lancaster. I made it there.
Wow.
We were all good. So I was going down there and I called one of the guys and I was like, this is not right. He's like, just keep going straight. You'll be fine. So
you can't miss it. Drive for the bright lights. You'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll just throw in, I'll throw in real quick that the visitors they're coming in here pretty steady here. So, I mean, Duane, he's a well-known something or another, but anyway.
Yeah.
But we like, subscribe, share, hit that thumbs up. That thumbs up goes a long way with YouTube. Helps channels like ours grow, and Kendra and I want to keep growing. So, we're going to have probably the most guests we've ever had on at one time, I think, tonight, with
That's
Joey
awesome.
Radel, Duane, and Kendra. Kendra and Matt, and John Boy, and Mary, whoever. But anyway,
we said tonight's going to look like the Brady Bunch with all the
almost
faces on the screen.
Almost. We actually had one night. We had quite a few. We did like an open mic thing.
Yeah, that was fun.
So yeah, it's just. I'm getting a lot of requests. We're going to have a video night. It's coming soon, guys. I promise. Yep. They love those video nights.
Yeah, I do too. It's really fun to kind of relive especially the ones that were kind of long ago that you almost forgot about.
Well, that's actually some of the requests I've gotten. So I'm going to have to take some time and down. I actually have some already here on a computer. So maybe I don't know how good the footage is going to play here because it's old school. So.
Bring up some old Forester National videos. That would be cool.
They're on YouTube. So
yeah, there you go.
Anyway, what do you have before we get into the Buck Motorsports Park stuff? What do you have?
So this Saturday, I will be at Mont Alto Fire Company. Interstate has a pool there. I'm going to be starting at 6:00, like I said, at the Mont Alto Volunteer Fire Company grounds right there in Mont Alto, Pennsylvania. I think it's 997 it's off of, but don't listen to me because I get lost. So classes are going to be that night, 4,500 small block trucks, the 7,800 modifieds, the 11,000 hot farm class, the 77 light limited turbos, a 9,500 farm stock class that is going to have an 8-mile-an-hour limit, as well as diesel dirt drags. Have been getting a couple questions about those. The only really rules that we have is it is supposed to be a street legal truck. So we're not going to be teching you excessively, but if you come in and you're like, it is a street legal class. It is just for fun. Come on out. Tickets are going to be $10. Kids 12 and under are free. Like I said, it's at the Mont Alto Volunteer Fire Company grounds. Excellent food, double track. Should be a quick, short, fun, awesome time. And I'll be there. Awesome. So that's always a plus. as JR said, I'm the only person that's not going to be at Lebanon this weekend, but it'll be all right.
Sure
I'll make it one of their next pulls.
There you go. So you once again you didn't have an interstate hook this weekend, I guess, to go over any goodies, huh?
Nope, no results from interstate this weekend. So
wow.
Next week.
Wow. Okay. Well, we had the buck. The first time back since 2019, and as you said, I got there late. It was about 20 after 9:30, somewhere around there. And I turned in to that driveway off of 272. All I seen was cars parked.
Yep.
I mean, all the way down towards Greek Shop, and I was impressed. I'm like, oh boy.
They had a heck of a crowd. Honestly, I think that's why they were late starting. Like I said, I got there at like 7:07, 7:08, and there was still a crazy line of people waiting to get in. So
good problem to have.
It is a wonderful problem to have.
And I hope everybody having shows this weekend experiences that even worse. How's that?
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have. So.
And it's supposed to be nice weather this weekend, knock on wood. So Mother Nature should cooperate. So yeah.
Anyway, we'll get with the buck here. First class up was the feedback again. It's the 9,500 pound super stock, 10,000 pound pro stock tractor class. And taking the win was Pursuit with the nutcase at 355.61. Second was his.
I'll tell you what, like we knew at about 50 feet that he had the win. He hooked up and went. It was a beautiful pass. Oh, see, we missed it. The sled broke before we started. Here, I thought they were just waiting on me, but I guess not.
I knew that, but I didn't want to say anything. So.
Oh. Well, they just put it out there in the world.
Andy King wants to know how you got lost going to the buck.
It's who I am as a person.
So anyway.
Yep.
Second place was Chris's son Corey with the stress case at 335.71. Third was Tara Brittner with the more agitation John Deere 327.25. I'm trying to get my voice to hang in here, folks. Yelling across the field all day. Fourth was Davey Moore with the One More Deer at 310.09. Fifth was Kevin Windsor Jr. with the 6-shooter, Alcohol Super New Holland, 296.99. Sixth was Jeffrey Faust with the case pending reinstated, which is the old case pending from the Hoyt family, 285.25. And seventh was Kevin Utt making a test run, which we'll discuss why, with his Rolling Thunder International at 284.33. He's tuning to get ready to go to Benson, North Carolina, and we're going to talk about that here right after the buck. Okay, 6,200 pound modified four-wheel drive trucks. This is kind of like a beast of the East. Hello.
Are you still back there?
They're still there. Taking a win, Dan Savage with the Bad S Chevrolet. You got to make sure you pronounce that S without an A. 26.36. Second was Wayne Tapscott II with the Tasmanian Terror Chevy at 315.22. Third, Billy Kramer with the Contender Chevy at 308.97. Fourth was Troy Nails with the Killing Time, beautiful 49 Chevy at 306.79. Fifth was Michelle Abshire with the Split Decision. I believe that's a GMC or Chevy, old one. It's back in the day. 299.2. Sixth was Glenn Dugan with the White Horse Ford, 289.10. Seventh was John Dugan with the Damaged Plane at 286.29. Eighth was Greg Hitchcock with the Grounds for Divorce Ford at 285.24. Ninth was his brother Will Hitchcock with the Homewrecker Ford at 282.53. 10th was a first-time pass in the Gone AWOL Jeep by George Abshire. That is Kevin's grandson, Kevin and Michelle's grandson. And he had a very respectable pass, 275.69. 11th was Todd Jarvis with the Wicked Chevy at 243.19. And Linda Ziegler, something broke on the truck at 20 feet, 0.28 with the Iron Butterfly. And I have Wayne Tapscott Sr. with the High Anxiety Chevy did not hook. I don't know if he found problems in the pits. I didn't get a chance to talk to anybody, as that class was already done before I got there. So next up was a very impressive class of 7,500 pound modified tractors.
It was probably one of the best classes, like collectively that I've seen that class run a long time. It was great.
You bet. Howdy, Lynn Clark. How are you? Keith Wason, hands down, Super P with twin Hemis, 396.33.
When I say he was gone,
monster run.
Yep.
Second, Ian Erica with Locked and Loaded, 3 Chevys at 381.41. I know that tractor runs good, but man. Corey Forster.
Who was that?
With the ham down. Triple Chevrolet. 352.59 was third. Fourth, Kirsty Robinson. What a driving job that girl did on the Pony Express. Triple Chevys. 350.93. Gosh. Sixth was Jason McKenzie with his twin Hemi, Never Satisfied, 345.89. Seventh, Dave Dick. Cut my numbers off.
I was gonna say, I was like, you missed fifth.
With his double vision twin Allison at 308.97. Eighth was Jeremy Hansen with the Misfit Money Pit, and that's a combination of a blown Hemi and a blown Chevy at 292.43. Next was Lynn Brookhart with the Radio Reactor at 253.24. Just a little wild on him and sat her down a little hard, and he didn't. I don't think he really broke anything. He just got reworked the right or left front wheel. Courtney Robinson with the Phony Farmer with 3 blown Chevys, 250 and 83, and then Jason Brommer with the Here's Hoping with a pair of naturally aspirated Dodge engines at 231 and 76.
Yeah, I think Courtney broke 2 blower belts.
Yeah, she didn't. Happens.
Yep, it happens. And the worst thing is, I was talking to Tim afterwards. He's like, I've got him in the trailer. I should have replaced him, but I didn't.
I bet they're replaced now.
Yep.
Yeah. It's almost quarter after. I don't want our guests to get upset with me.
Yeah.
Finishing out the night was a class of 5 limited pro stock semis, pro modified semis, as the Buck likes to call them. Dave Greek is on a roll this year. Takes the win again at 343.59. Second, Robert Ortlip with the Inconvenience Freightliner at 331.17. Third was Hank Oster with the Scrapper, 319 and 4. Fourth was the local guy here, Tony Denton, just coming out and having a good time, running an old KTA Kenworth at 241.39. And I just talked to him a day or two ago, and I told him, I say, I love the truck, looks good, runs good for what it is. Keep coming out, and I think he's going to keep booking with us. So
awesome.
That's great. And then fifth was Frank Fleming with the old Mew GMC at 197.94. So, and again, fantastic. I mean, it's a good pool. I mean, what I've seen with the video and stuff. Thank you, Mike Walker, Joan Keene. I know I'm not going to get into anything, but I see Andy Keene's on here. So I hope things are going good, Andy, with Joan and the family. So I haven't had a chance to take, it's my fault not taking a few minutes and making sure she's doing okay. But she ended up giving the filming duties to Mike Walker that night for me. So and I appreciate them both being there for me to take care of that. And I will say for the Buck this Saturday night is the Spring Monster Mania Bash. And it's a monster truck show at the Buck featuring the Saigon Shaker, Hurricane Force Higher Education School Bus, which is, I saw pictures of, was pretty cool. And Lancaster County Zane Retu with the Stinger Unleashed. Monster trucks will be there. Drag racing, car crushing, wheel standing, freestyle antics, all that good stuff. And also the Tough Truck Challenge 2021. 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive and ladies classes. And come early for monster truck rides and pit party from 4:30 to 6 p.m. So check it out. That's the Buck this Saturday, 7 p.m. sharp, or come early for the pit party, 4:30 to 6. So, and we have East Coast. I got to go over that real quick. I'm moving your spot. East Coast Pro pulling.
Yep. Yes. Real quick to GRE 2057. The video of the modifieds is already on YouTube, so check that out after.
Excuse me, I got to.
Goodness,
I'd be crazy here. I put that video was put up today, this morning.
Yep.
So, I also want to mention that I have two guys going to Benson to take care of that event for us. As for East Coast Pro Pulling, the Super Stock Pro Stock tractors and the Light Pro Stock tractors will also be down there, along with, I'm doing one of your numbers, so we have the I'm seeing the Silver Series, mini rod tractors, super modified two-wheel drive trucks, super modified tractors, and unlimited super stock tractors. 7 p.m. along with those two East Coast classes I mentioned. Both days, Friday, May 21st, Saturday, May 22nd. So if you're in around the Benson, North Carolina area, this is a Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League event, Silver Series, and East Coast Pro Pulling. Go support it. Go support it. So I hear it's a fantastic facility. You definitely are going to get to see some top-notch pulling equipment. So no reason not to go. So, okay. I'm done yapping. It's your turn.
I was gonna say, well, we're right on time because we told them between 8:15 and 8:20, so they should be happy with us. So coming in now is going to be. Oh, you don't want them yet? I was like, wait, hold on. What are we doing,
ladies and gentlemen? Matt Balmer. He's got on.
Told you I was going to get it.
I was like, oh wait, what are we doing wrong?
You can't see the face the other one's making because I brought Matt on first. We're gonna pick on him a little bit.
You did that on purpose.
And Duane Martin. I'm sure many of the diesel truck world and many others know him. And while we're at it,
hello, how's everybody?
There's Joey Radel from Snyder County Tractor Pulling.
On the move.
We got a full house. And Mike Walker just mentioned before we cut. No, don't do that, Joey. There you go.
I'm trying to figure this out. I'm not a DJ.
Well, if you take your cell phone and auto rotate it, it should fill the square. Turn it sideways, it should fill the square.
But make sure you have your there you go.
I had my iPhone locked. That's why.
Oh, okay.
iPhone, what's that?
I'm cool.
Anyway.
That's why.
Oh boy,
it's all about those iMessages.
You got to deal with me in a couple of weeks here. So anyway, Mike Walker said he heard they're supposed to have 140 plus vehicles going to be in Benson. So I'm sorry if I'm rubbing my eyes tonight. I'm full of hay dust. I took a shower, but I'm still full of hay dust. But anyway, I'm gonna just kind of sit back and be quiet and let Kendra do some question asking. And Duane Martin briefed me.
Yeah,
he's made it very simple for you. So
it sounds like Duane's going to be a one-man show. We all just get to sit here and look pretty.
Duane's got a lot to say, and I don't mean that in a smart aleck way. Duane's a very knowledgeable person and loves the sport of pulling, as everybody on this screen does. And we're going to just, Kendra, if you want to just cut him loose, and unless you want to hit him with a question he's not ready for, and then which I double dog dare you to do. Anyway.
I was going to say, let me think, and I'll come up with something.
You're right, Clark Altman's smarty pants. I don't do it often, but I'm going to do it tonight. But and Joey, he's going to lead into you for Snyder County for your classes as well. So, Kendra.
So, Duane, why don't you just go ahead and start kind of like with the history of how the Beast of the East came about, and then we'll move into this coming weekend and what all's going on.
Yeah, I thought we'd give you guys a little bit into our backgrounds and how we got into pulling, Matt and I. And I'm sure that you've heard a lot about how Joey got into pulling already, because I've heard he's been on quite a few times. I was not really a big fan of pulling. I used to hit the buck up often. And my friend Matt Horst, which you guys know, has a Pushing the Limit maroon and gray Dodge, came to me with a streetable truck, and he wanted to start pulling. So everything took off from there. We built the thing from the ground up, and we're in the 3.0 smoothbore class now with it. So that's kind of my background getting into it, getting into doing the the whole pooling promotions. We had a guy, which you all know, he's a sled operator now. Ray Kaufman from Hooked on Pulling was doing pulls in Blue Ball, PA, and we got associated with him helping to run our local pulls. And that's kind of how I got into the business of helping to run pulls. So that's kind of my background, and here we are. And do you have anything to put to that, Matt?
So, I mean, basically, 7 years ago was the last time my truck was on the track. Just been trying to do promotions ever since then. I don't know. It's just something, once you do it, and you're kind of hooked into it.
Amen to that. So if you want to go ahead, you guys have a pretty big show there coming up this Saturday. If you want to start plugging your classes and what you can expect and all that kind of fun stuff.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, so
I want to know what you guys did before pulling, real quick. I mean, tell us what you do. I mean, like for a living or something like that.
Our occupation.
Yeah, you don't have to get too personal. Just
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
Well, I mean, my wife and I, we both have full-time jobs, and then we got beef cattle here at home. Got about a couple acres we farm and stuff like that. Helping my father-in-law out in his dairy farm. So, I mean, we stay pretty active, pretty busy.
Duane, your turn.
I grew up on a farm. I did farming until I got married and moved out. We did beef cattle, and now I've been doing construction since I was, actually, I shouldn't even tell you how old I am. I think I've been doing residential construction and custom homes for probably about 25 years. So
you hang in your drywall. You hang in your drywall.
No, we do everything start to finish.
You ain't a constructor. Okay?
Oh,
Yeah, we do hang some of our own drywall, but in big jobs we have subcontractors.
I did that for 20 years. It's hard work. Any of it is. I'm just picking on you. Anyway.
Oh, that's all right.
Joey, you had some
sir.
exciting news, whether you want to share it or not. You were talking about going out of state to work, possibly.
Oh yeah, the next 2 weeks I'll be working out in New York, so I'm trying to get all my track work done. That's why I'm at the track right now.
I got you. Well, maybe
Wait,
shouldn't.
2 weeks. That takes you right up to full time.
We'll be pushing it.
Listen, I don't want to jump in here, but Joey, if you've got stuff to do, maybe we should just let Joey go ahead and hammer out his part so we can get to work on your track.
Well, I'm good. I got a flat tire on the grader, so I can't really do anything.
Trust me, it's in the water.
Yeah.
I got one too out here in the hay wagon. So. Yeah. Anyway, Duane, sorry.
A little bit more about our history leading up to this here. Matt came to me many years ago and was interested in doing a pool like this, and I had no clue where to start, and we just kind of shrugged it off. And I think it might have been another year or two before he came back to me, and we've eventually got serious about it and started doing Beasts of the East. And we started in September 19th of 2015 was our first pool, and we've been going ever since. And I guess some of our vision was to try to make a little bit higher payouts, and we felt like a lot of the classes in our area for street diesel or the diesel pulling was all mishmashed, and there was a lot of rules. Everybody had their own rules. If you went to the buck, it was different than Mason-Dixon. It was different than going to Laura's or going to out west Newville, and it was really messed up. So that was kind of our reasoning to get together and try to unify truck pulling, because we would have trucks coming from full pool productions that had these crazy setups on that really didn't work well with the way we were running rules on the East Coast here. So we also felt like if you went out with it was 2.6 diesel back then, with a 2.6 truck, you would get 150 or 250 bucks to win first place. So we felt that was a little bit on the low side. And so we decided we're going to try to improve payouts and things like that. So we're just kind of following our vision and making it something that is pro pooler, but also pro fan.
I was gonna say, I think that's really important as a promoter, and you guys know from growing up in the truck pulling world, is your fans and your pullers are equally important. And sometimes you go to a pool and you can tell it is purely for the fans. Sometimes you can go, and even as a puller, you know this is only for the pullers. So I think it's really commendable that you guys have both parties in mind, because they're both equally as important. Without the pullers, you have no show. Without the fans, you don't have a show either, because let's be real, they bring in the money. So between them and sponsors. So
yeah.
And you guys are actually going to have 3 hooks this year, right? 3 different pools.
Yeah. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, so our events this Saturday, 22nd. The next one is June 19th, and then August 14th.
What are your start times?
7 p.m.
And what's the admission and all those kind of fun details for people that are heading that way this weekend?
Yeah, so the main gates open up at 6 p.m. It's $10 for ages 10 and over, and it's a $20 pit pass.
Cool beans. And what classes are you going to have there?
So I'll start off. With the diesels. We got street diesel, 2.6 smoothbore diesel, which we're going to be affiliated with Snyder County and points on that. Limited Pro stock diesel, also with Snyder County. We got street gas, super street gas, street semi, limited pro stock semi. We got the Snyder County hot stock, and then 9,500 farm stock and 13,000 farm stock.
Holy
so we
cow.
Got 10 classes.
So
we're going to be running 2 separate tracks.
Huh?
Right? You might.
That's great. Love it.
That is awesome, though. Are you guys going to run dual tracks or just one
Yes.
sled? Okay.
Yep.
That'll definitely help speed the night along.
Yeah. If not, we'd be there till the morning.
Yeah.
It's going to keep me very, very busy. That's okay.
Yep.
I can handle it.
So now do we want to start talking about Joey and the Snyder County stuff, or do you guys want to keep going with your...
I was gonna add one thing in.
Okay.
With our double track setup, we only have a flagger in the middle, or flaggers in the middle, so we can switch back and forth. So we try to run one side at a time so that it doesn't get too messed up. That way, it makes it a little bit easier for JR to get the shot if there's not too much traffic in the middle of the track grading or rolling. So
people complain there regardless of that.
Yeah.
Actually, being up on that hill helps. Right.
Yeah.
From up on the hillside there.
So. For the people that never have been at Lebanon, we're kind of recessed down into the ground, so the sides are higher and the grandstands sit higher. And we have do you remember, Matt? Is it 81 feet between the walls?
84 feet wall to wall.
So we have plenty of room to put 2 tracks, 2 sleds in there, and 2 tracks, and have a safety, a buffer in the middle for the flaggers. So it's a great setup. And we really enjoy working with the expo in that location.
Yeah, I enjoy going there. I'm glad we're able to go back to Lebanon. Really am. That's a nice place to pull.
All right, Joey, you want to hit Snyder County classes there? I think you said there's 3 classes there this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Matt said, our 3 classes are going. And actually, some of our enhanced pullers are going to be going down too, so we can try out our new system before our first pool here on June 5th.
Nice.
So bringing some extra tractors for them.
Cool. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. JR's keeping me distracted over here. I just keep seeing all this pop-up stuff.
It's a Bigfoot thing, so
yeah.
But I look for some of our hot farms definitely to come up and pull in your class there, Joey. So that'd be that. Which one of your classes are pulling there again? What are your classes?
It's the 2.6.
No, I'm sorry.
It's the 2.6, the 3.0, and the
hot stock.
The 2.6, the 3.0, and the 10.5 hot stock.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah,
Should be about.
You have a lot of you have a lot of tractors in that one.
Should be about 15 to 20.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, that's kind of why we had to cut back on our farm stocks a little bit. We used to run with 3 more farm stock classes, so we had to cut something back.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot more that goes into that too. We had a lot of fans that were requesting something a little bit more powerful and not as much slow stuff. They felt like they were getting a little bit sleepy on one side, so this was kind of a thing that we all wanted to put on, is to bring different classes in and have something that has a little bit more adrenaline rush to it. And with all the back and forth and everything going on, Joey ended up and Snyder County ended up being our guys. So this is where we're at this point.
So yeah, Snyder County can definitely bring the tractors in. So I think they've proven that time and time again there, especially that hot stock class. Definitely have a good turnout of there. Joey, do you have anything to say from the promoter standpoint for Snyder County? Like, need to get the word out there? Want to go ahead and plug your June 5th show, since that's going to be here before you know it?
Yeah, so I guess so after this weekend, our next pool will actually be June 5th, and it'll be here at our home track at Sealands Grove. Start time will be 6:30 p.m. We'll be running 7 classes. We'll be running our 10.5 hot stock, our 12,000 enhanced farm, 2.6 smoothbore, 3.0 limited pro, 85 light pro, 95 super farm, Wild Street, and an 8,000 rung Woody Brung truck class. And it'll be $10 per person, 12 and under is free.
Awesome.
I need to get my motorhome ready. It's coming along.
Let's say that's even a drive for me. There's some nights I leave Snyder County and I'm like, oh my goodness.
After last year between that place, Laurelton, man, I can just sit back and go halfway asleep. Truck knows its way home.
Exactly.
I had a ball going up there, Joe.
Hell, we all even moved our start times up, and we were ending later than we would on a regular night just because of all the amount of pullers we'd get.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys definitely kept the 2020 season going last year for sure.
For sure. Now she's a valley girl.
I'm all over the place. So can we expect kind of the same show from all 3 of the Beast of the East events, or do you guys have some different classes coming in, or?
No, it's going to be three identical events. So same classes at all 3 events.
Oh, that's
same
cool.
setup, 2 tracks, the whole 9 yards.
So I think, oh yeah, that's the year. I was like, I know I've been to Lebanon a couple times, and I was like, I can't remember if it's just the fair, but I was at I guess it was the September show when Norm blew the head gasket and I was in the sled. That was a fun night.
Yeah, there's definitely been some broken parts on that track.
Yeah.
I actually do remember that. I think that was the first time I ever met you, Kendra.
Probably. Yeah, I think. No, was that before or after the fair? Because I know it was at the fair. Yeah. The only thing I remember about the fair was the really good peach sundaes, the ice cream. Obviously, I enjoy the food at fairs just as much as the pulling.
Yeah, we're a little bit disappointed this year. We had Grillin' It, which was a non-profit organization that came in and did a lot of our food on the pit side, and they did an excellent job and really took care of the entire side of the stands and the pits and did a phenomenal job. And they decided that they were tired of it, and they sold their food trailer and quit. So this year we have no clue what's going to happen. We might have the lamest food ever, but we're hoping that it all turns out because we don't want to disappoint our spectators and have long lines and media. So our hands are tied on that at this point because it's contracted. So we're going to wait and see what happens.
Ooh, sounds like I
get
can
some input. Go ahead, Joe.
I was just going to make the joke that I could stop and get some Chick-fil-A on the way.
Bring some along for us.
Yeah.
Get some catered Chick-fil-A there.
I'll be the one. I'll be the one on the hill with the disgruntled face because I'm on a diet.
Yeah. But if you do want farm show milkshakes, the PA Dairy Association will be there.
Ooh.
And they will have the farm show milkshakes.
That JR cannot have.
Want to make a bet?
Say it might be cheat night. So I think you guys said that the main gate is opening at 6. What time can the pullers get there if they're all listening? So I'm sure there's some that's going to probably want to get there a little before 6.
Yes, we normally open up around between 2 and 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Depending on where you're coming from. So, I mean, you got plenty of time to get there. And even if you hit us a message on our page and say, hey, I'm running a little late, just let us know.
Pullers never run late. Let's be real.
Never.
That's the famous last words.
There was something. There's something else happening at the expo that day. That's actually semi-partnered to us, and it's called Trucks for Trikes Truck Show, and it is a Trikes for Tykes. It's raising money for Trikes for Tykes, and it's the first one. And we didn't really do much advertising on it for them because we don't have I don't know, not really a good connection to it, but that opens, I think, at noontime. So if people want to come out and browse around the truck show, it'll be open early and in the parking area to the north side of the track.
Oh, that's awesome. Definitely need to make a day of that, especially for charity.
Yes, actually, they're going to be giving away a trike the day of the event.
Really?
They had one custom made for a girl, and they're going to actually reveal it and everything at their truck show. So that starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a whole Class 8 truck show. And pretty much show and shine, and then they got a fan's choice.
So is there an admission fee to that? I'm assuming since it's for charity, it might be donation or...
So it's $25 to enter a truck. You don't pay to go in and walk around.
Oh, wow.
So
that's nice.
Then they're going to have some raffles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's a really good cause. Joey's getting dark down there.
When does that start again?
So that starts at 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's going to be a full day event there then. That's
going to be a long day.
Yeah.
JR, there's also an event in the building, but we can't talk about that because we're not allowed to talk about that on Facebook. So you kind of get the point. But that's inside the building.
Okay. A non-politically correct event.
Yeah.
Easy.
Let's tote that line. No.
I understand. I can read between the lines.
Can we say it's for people that support the Second Amendment? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Leave it there.
Leave it at that. Yep. People like to have deer heads hanging on their wall back there.
Yeah. Dead animals. I got banished to the basement. That's how I keep the
Joey had to go outside.
I literally just got out of the skid loader like 2 minutes before I got on here.
That's awesome though. That shows dedication for Snyder County there though.
Yep.
Well, at least for you crazy Snyder County here.
Yeah. I try.
Duane, did we hit all the talking points that you had there?
Pretty much. Pretty much. I think most of the stuff that's important. I guess the biggest thing really is come on out and enjoy the show because we enjoy having all the people in the stands and enjoying what we try to do. So if we don't have spectators, then we don't have a great show. So
Yep. Do you want to go ahead and hit your sponsors, volunteers, and all them?
So we actually have 3 other partners that are with us. There's a total of 5 of us, and one of them is Matt Horse that I talked about earlier, my friend that's in pulling. Shannon Martin, he's our tech guy. He's been around tractor pulling for a long time, and he's also used to be tech at the Buck. And Josh Kleinfelder, which is Matt Balmer's friend from Lebanon area. So there's 5 of us into this. The people that I'd like to recognize tonight are the people that actually come in and help us do all the work during our show. We have a family next door, Crow Farms. They do a lot of our tillage work and help us rip up the track and get it prepped for it. Sensnick Spreading, Joel Sensnick, he was into pulling. He's associated with Pro Diesel Works a little bit. He puts water on for us. Matt Balmer, you can tag the guys that do the track work.
I mean, the big thing is it's just like Darren Grimbine, Wes Harding, the guys that helped out with Lebanon, they still help us out. Lebanon Valley Pullers, their equipment, Wanger's Farm Machinery in Myerstown, they bring stuff out for us. I mean, it's more than just a couple people putting on an event. I mean, it takes a whole group of people. And I'm sure Joey can attest to that too.
Sometimes it feels like it's just yourself.
Guys, he's there with the broken down loader.
Yeah. Hey, Wangers might have a tire for
you. I'll quit for the night.
What's the price of an 845 flat tire right there for repair?
We do have a great crew. Everybody really helps, and it takes a lot of stress off of us, but we still have our moments during the pool. For this pool here, we have a couple of sponsors that are helping us out that I'd like to do a shout out to. One of them is Jerry Martin, Tobacco Shed Motorsports. He's been sponsoring our pool since the beginning. East Coast Diesel's been there from the beginning. Wangers of Myerstown, which Matt had already said. Lime Ridge Auto is a new one. I shouldn't say it, the past couple of years. Albert Brown, everybody knows Albert Brown. Albert Brown has been supplying the hitches for street semis. Renninger's golf carts. We don't like to walk because we got wore out.
Yeah.
Blue Ball Rentals with lighting. Dave's polishing. He polishes trucks and truck rims. And Precision Power and Accessories is also one of our sponsors for this poll. We have a couple of others that are still up in the air, but we're working on it. So those are some of the people I'd like to recognize.
You bet. It takes them all. It takes everybody. Yep. It's a lot of work. Really
I'll say Clark said it perfectly there. Yeah. Most people have no idea the amount of time, the amount of people, the amount of money.
They're the first ones that come at you too, boy. Let me tell you what. Oh boy.
Yep, especially
to answer the question about the dirt.
Yep.
The Lebanon track is it's clay. So it's a pretty high power track. It takes some horsepower to go on that track.
I dare to say this, but I'd say that we have one of the best tracks around. I hope I didn't offend anybody by saying that.
You ain't been to Dodo lately, have you?
No.
You ain't been to Dodo lately, have you? We got some killer clay in there, man. No, we're still working with it, but yeah, it's from what it was. It is a totally different world. Believe me.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, you do. I like I said, it's not just the. Andy's got a good question. I'll bring it up.
Yep.
It's just a good venue all around. It's roomy. There's not a bad seat in the place really. Everybody can see the track well. Like you say, it's recessed and it's nice. It's a nice layout for sure. Plenty of parking. Plenty of milkshakes.
Yeah. I think they figured it out before. I think you can pack it in there and get about like 5,000 people in there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Hopefully that's what you get.
We're waiting until we hit our first 5,000.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Andy wants to know the sled. Yep.
Yeah, we're going to be running 2 Kraus sleds.
Very nice.
Yeah.
For all 3 poles.
Yep.
Okay. Next.
I was going to say, I was trying to think of another question.
Come on.
I know, I've got 13 minutes. Well, I thought Duane had like all of his talking points, and I was just gonna have an easy night. You guys lied to me.
Don't make me lose my earphones.
So I was like,
let me ask you this.
Uh-oh.
Will we see Matt Balmer back on the track someday? I know you have a lot to do, and hey, it's a question.
Maybe once my little guy gets older. I don't know. The truck's still sitting in the garage, so maybe I'll get once he gets older and able to drive it, we'll maybe work on it together. So
yeah.
We're waiting until we can quit our jobs and actually make a living on truck pulling promotions, but that's not happening anytime soon because
say good luck with that.
Yeah. It's not easy.
Yeah. You better find a lot of sponsors.
Like most people, said earlier, most people do not understand the financial risk that goes into actually starting this and getting it off the ground and running and making it all happen. It's a big gamble some days, and especially when the weather doesn't want to cooperate.
I didn't realize Nelson was an attendee.
Nelson.
Look at that.
Say that's a very good question.
No, there's no dirt drags.
Well, that's just a
so that was something we tried it out, and then it really screwed our track up by redoing it twice. Mm-hmm. It got really too wet for the pulling, and that's where we wanted to focus. And then again, trucks were getting hot. Guys wanted to take breaks. We didn't have time to take breaks, and it's just turned into a mess.
Most times that we missed our start time for the pull in the evening was because we had spent too much time with the drag racing and trying to get our track prep properly and get it all set up for pulling.
Dirt drag racing is really taking off. It's crazy the amount of horsepower some of these trucks have, and they do. They need that cool down time, and that's what makes it difficult when you're having a pull and a drag race. Coming from a girl who does both. So, and of course, the dirt drag guys think they're presidents, pulling guys, what's that? You can't make everybody happy. That's what you get right there, unfortunately. So
we had a decent turnout for our drag racing, but it was barely enough to actually make a separate show for it. It's a little bit of a risk to do just a dirt drag only and make it pay for itself.
Mm-hmm. Jerry Radel, he doesn't have any plans to drag race, do you, Joey? Any drag racing?
Nope. we did a long time ago, but I think we did it like once, but we're good.
So the other reason we really do it at Mont Alto is there's a couple local guys that like to go there, so it's not like a huge drag race, but it's just enough to keep your local guys happy. But
we tried to do that last year there, but
then the rain came.
We got wet. I got soaking wet.
Yeah.
Never fails. If it rains and I got a camera out, I'm going to get soaked. Camera don't, but I do.
So we were actually renting a drag tree out of West Virginia. So he'd come up, set it up, this and that. Well, here then we got the idea. My brother, he's an electrical engineer. I'm like, all right. I said, can you build us one? And he ended up building like the whole drag tree, everything, the starting line. So
lasers and all that, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was quite an undertaking there. That took many weeks of designing and building and perfecting, and we had a lot of growing pains with that. And I don't think we've ever really perfected it 100%, but we were about 95% effective.
Yeah, there's a guy here. Actually, he grew up into my street here, into my road. He's got a setup that he built and does here at Mason Dixon. I'll tell you what. I only seen him have one problem with it, and I think it was one wire. But all of a sudden, I mean, it's spot on, man. It's once that problem is fixed, it don't skip a beat. It really works good.
It's spot on, but somebody will still come up and say that it's wrong.
That's why Mike and myself don't do it no more.
Yep.
That's why if you're gonna do it, you just gotta do it the street outlaw way.
Yep.
Drop of hands.
Yep.
I said,
I don't know if I'd want to stand between the trucks.
Yeah.
I'd be a little sneaky.
If we ever do it here, that's what I'd like to do. I'll be ballsy and I'll stand in the middle.
Say your track has the runoff, you'd be all right. Send them down there to the prison.
I'd like a little more wider.
Yeah.
And I would ask for a steel gate in front of the scaffolding, please.
You're already behind the fence and the barrier.
Well,
those barriers move, young man. Trust me. I've seen them move.
I was thinking it's about time to get on the treadmill tonight. Being finish line flagger, there's it makes you backpedal faster than you ever thought you could backpedal when stuff goes wrong. So if you got to learn how to run when you're on the track.
But pullers love to watch that flag man run backwards, man.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the biggest laugh at the end of the pull. I get so many comments on Facebook and messages if I have to backpedal fast.
I've actually got a couple oops clips over the years, excuse me, from the Midwest. Flaggers actually fall down trying to backpedal. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not funny because, it can get ugly.
Yeah.
But
depending what way they fall, that could be
straight back on their rear end, back, and head. I mean, straight down.
Well, for us, having a good track crew to keep the track relatively flat and smooth helps out a lot. That way you don't have to worry about bumps and holes and clods and whatever else to trip over.
I know who it is now. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with the chatter over here on the side. And I was trying to figure out who the one Facebook user is. I know who it is now.
When we were in Canada, we watched a flagman fall. But that was not the dirt. That was the liquid courage he was drinking throughout the poll. Towards the end of the night, it got. Canada's a whole different world. I don't know where Logger John is tonight, but shoo.
Yeah,
it was bad. But he had a great time until he fell.
Well, if you want to be a legitimate pulling organization, you pretty much have to keep alcohol out of the picture. Yes. So we prohibit alcohol in our event, and that's also due to expo rules. So that's to try to keep everything kosher and not have any accidents.
Yeah, I'm not anybody that's dead set against it, but I look at it's a family sport. People have their children there. Mm-hmm. I enjoy a cold beverage as well as the next person. Don't get me wrong, but some people have a problem controlling it, and that's a problem for the family atmosphere. That's
it also helps keep us from using our insurance. I think our insurance likes it a little bit better also.
Yeah.
Nope. Probably not. I'll wait for somebody to comment over there about me saying that, but it's the truth. Hey, we all get older and wiser.
Yep.
I don't mean Budweiser either. I'm just saying. But that's great, man. That's Marilyn opened up Saturday. She was in the store the other day, no mask on, having just normal.
So Maryland has no masks anymore, or am I understanding that correctly?
I think there's still a couple stores, it's store specific.
Right. It's department store, food store specific, retail specific. We'll put it that way. Mm-hmm. But the store she was in, no masks are required. So, but outdoor is open. There's no restrictions. I think they still suggest the mask deal, but they're not going to scorn you for it. So,
well, for us, it's for us being an outdoor event, we're basically saying if you want to wear your mask, wear your mask, but it's up to each individual at this point to do it. The governor's rules, I don't know. I know nothing about the governor's rules. I just know I voted yesterday.
Wisely.
I'm not getting into any political stuff. I'm not saying anything more because that could be a problem.
I think the buck. I don't think I remember seeing very many masks. So you're outside, enjoy the fresh air. Yep. Respect people that have their masks on and do what you want.
Yep.
Yes.
Joey, right? Yep.
Yep.
Joey's got the halo effect going on now.
It's getting dark.
I'm sitting right by the scale house, and I'm debating if I want to go sit in there if the power's on.
Anyway, Joey, is there anything
He's going to cut you?
You want to loan to information and stuff you'd like to say about your classes? I know we've already went over some stuff. Here's an opportunity. Why don't you tell? I know you had a couple of rule changes, maybe, or the floor is yours too. Tell us what you got.
I don't know. What do you want to know?
Well, your season's getting ready to start, so you were supposed to start last weekend, but
was it last weekend? I was going to say 2 weekends ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
So, I think I rained out.
Yep.
So. I don't know. I'm trying to think now. I don't know if I said everything last time I was on or not.
Well, that was a long time ago.
See, I don't even remember when that was.
The only changes we made for this year was our instead of farm stock, it's enhanced farm now, and we lowered the weight to 12,000 instead of 13,000. The hot stocks allow double cuts now instead of top cuts or single cuts, and then it used to be 2.5, 2.6 together, but now it's strictly just 2.6 movable only. And then we added that new point series class, the light pro super farm class. So that's all that's new so far.
Cool.
Besides some of the new venues that we're going to.
Yeah, saw that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we lost Matt there. I think
he's back. He's back.
He's back. His computer.
But is he frozen?
I think his computer battery died.
So I think he's frozen.
Oh yeah,
almost made it. 58 and a half minutes, and he died.
Yeah, I think that if we have as great as an event as what Joey had for the end of last year, we should be doing all right. But I'm not sure if we can top that one off.
Duane, I'll tell you what. I've been, I don't know how many events now. Every promoter has been very satisfied. The crowds have been spectacular.
Yep.
So it didn't matter if it was Lucas Oil or whatever. The crowds have been really good. So
brush pulls are pulling bigger numbers than they've ever had. I guarantee it.
People are ready to get out of the house and go.
Yep.
We spend a lot of money in advertising, and one of our ways to do that is social media. And social media has really been off the charts this year. For the little bit of money that we put into social media, it just crazy amount of numbers that we're getting and a fantastic amount of shares on our event. So I'm hoping that spreads the word and brings more people in.
Oh, it will. You bet. Yeah, we're going to, I'll start sharing your event.
I appreciate that.
Tomorrow's Thursday, so.
Yep.
I've got 2 fellers I got to get ready to ship off Friday morning and early, and then I still have some hay to finish, but that'll be done in a couple hours tomorrow, and it's all about pulling. I'm ready to go, man.
So that means by the time you show up at our pool on Saturday, you're going to have raccoon eyes like I do from being out in the sun.
I'll take them off every now and then. Get the sweating. I can't stand having glasses on. So, no, we'll be good.
Sorry, I had to run to get the charger.
That's what Duane said. Your battery probably went dead.
Yeah, we're like a minute and a half shy of an hour, and the computer died.
I seen the warning. I'm like, let's see how long we can go.
Actually, JR, I got a text message letting me know what the problem was. So I had the text message right here that the battery died. That's how I knew what was going on.
Oh man, looky here. See that?
You even got a new friend now.
You even got a new friend from the great state of Illinois. Yeah, have you ever met Clark Altmans?
I'm not sure. Is he did he drive? Did he
tractor? Yep.
And did he have it in Pennsylvania at all?
No, a light alcohol super.
Okay.
Was a long time ago called the Golden Harvester. Then he updated component chassis and stuff here, but it's known as the Super Tinker, and that's a long running joke as to why the tractor, I won't say joke, is called the Super Tinker, because people would aggravate him. Light supers are component chassis vehicles pretty much anymore. Well, Clark refused to update it, and people would pound him, pick on him. Man, it's time for you to update. I'm not updating. Well, guess what? He's got a component chassis now. So
well, that's awesome.
And that's why I call it the Super Tinker. Super nice. Met him a long time ago in Gordyville, and good guy. Yep.
Good deal.
Yep. Ask me about updating. There's used to be when if you. I don't want to get into it. I can make a whole show out. In fact, we're probably going to get Clark on here sometime.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, sounds like he needs to come on the show.
So you better get ready, Clark.
I actually watched some of the podcasts from the past couple of weeks just to figure out what's all going on this podcast deal, because I've watched a couple but never really got into it. So I had to figure out what's going on, and I had seen that Clark was on there on the other ones.
Yeah, he actually just jumped in here a couple 3 weeks ago or so, and
we won't haze you like we do some of the other people on this show.
There's actually some regular ones that are actually not on tonight. But
yeah, we'll forgive them.
I'm disappointed. They probably heard I was going to be on and they didn't want to hear it.
No, I don't think that's it. But
well,
hey, JR, I made it an hour and 2 minutes.
You made an hour. I'm proud of you.
And you gave me like 45 minutes notice of, hey, you're leading tonight.
Well, you did pretty good.
Thank you.
Yes, she did. She did a good job. I knew she would. And, yep. Just in case.
One of my best, what is it? My best talents is talking, so we're good.
Well, I appreciate both of you doing this. And
he's got a smart comment.
Back at the hauler now. Wait a minute.
Hold on. We can't talk about that on live show.
No, I don't know. So don't have it. But anyway, I really wish Joey was a little more talkative tonight.
Yeah, I don't got anything. I've been quiet in the polling world lately.
That's what happens when you get a real job.
Well, I haven't started yet. I've been working a lot, but I've also been into the sprint car world right now.
Oh, jeez.
Don't go there. That's a bad place.
That's like the dark side. Hey, that's why it's so dark in there now.
I mean, I already got some connections.
He's an extreme pulling that's not affiliated with these comments here.
That's why I wasn't gonna say anything, but you're probably wondering why has he been so quiet. I don't know. It's kind of hard to talk when you don't have a polling season either right now.
That's true. Don't have really much going on.
I mean, Interstate's already started. East Coast has already started.
We're supposed to ask you how your ride was in the sled.
Whose ride?
I guess yours. Didn't you ride in the sled at the Buck?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Wasn't that 2 weeks ago? I
think so.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. I mean, I usually work my connections. If I ain't helping run a show, or like on Saturday with us being there for Seneca County Pullers, like if I'm going to a random show like I did that night, then yeah, I'm gonna ride in the sled, do something instead of just standing there. But I'm pretty sure I walked into the Buck and not even 50 feet in the entrance, I already got stopped and was gabbing with everyone. And it's like, geez.
Yeah, that was my experience at the Buck. Was chat.
I didn't even get to talk to everyone I wanted to.
Yep. It's
I'm at a loss about who's corrupted who here. I'm watching the chat over here. I think I might have corrupted him by an unknown Facebook user. If it comes in Facebook over here on my screen, I can't see who it is.
I think we're talking about still Joey with the sprint cars.
What? my goal is to drive one of those one day, so it's gonna happen.
Well, you got a track close to your place, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I do.
Very close.
Just start going and making friends.
I won't lie. I've only been to that track once in like the past 5 years.
We went one night when I think your all's pool got rained out or somebody close got rained out. We went there and I think they ended up canceling because of rain, obviously. But
the funny thing is we've had pools and they've been rained out because it was raining on the other side of the hill and wasn't raining here.
It's crazy.
Or other times it'll be the opposite. And it's like, and we're only like 2 miles away from each other. Not even.
That happens here. And it happened when I put this laminate flooring in my office. I had this all tore apart and redid it. And I had everything out on the back deck here, cutting the boards and stuff. And I mean, it was pouring rain at the bottom. We live up on a hill. It was pouring rain. You could see it. I mean, pouring rain down the road. So I'm hurrying up, hustling, getting everything pulled inside the door here. Never rained here. It stayed down at the bottom of the driveway. And that happens a lot here. It's really weird.
Isn't that what you wanted to go
pill? I ought to have a pulling track here.
Isn't that what you wanted, JR? You didn't want your floor rained on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Get the grass at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was 2 years ago. We were pulling. You could see the rain coming at us, and it was downpouring, and the prison just completely disappeared, but it never once came past the prison to us, and we still kept pulling. I think that was like
That's
2 years
crazy.
ago.
Waiting for prison comments next.
Yeah.
Jeez, you want me to talk, and now everything I say.
We were just waiting on the comments to start filing in about the prison.
Andy brings up, and that's very true. I've seen it rain all around the buck and not spit a drop there.
For some reason, it splits out around.
When the trucks were pulling 2 weeks ago, it looked like it might blow by the buck, and we were watching it, and it just kept going closer, and it did rain for a little bit. It was only a couple minutes, 5 minutes or so. Not enough to mess up the show, but it was gray.
Yeah, because I was on my way to the buck, and Tanner sent me a picture, and I was like, "Dude, is it raining?" And I was probably like 30 minutes away. I made a 2-hour drive in an hour and like 15 minutes.
Is that why you want to drive sprint car?
Yeah.
Breaking the law. Okay, well, we're at an hour and 9 minutes, so.
Well, I want to say thank you, Kendra and JR, for bringing us on. I feel like it's a good way to help publicize our pool, and I really appreciate it.
How about we'll see. Andy Keith said it made the track better that night. But anyway, how about we maybe give you a small slot after the show, if we got some good stuff to talk about real quick. And
sure, we can do that.
You can go over results and everything like that too if you want.
Yep, absolutely. That'll save me from having to do it, and you're welcome to do it if you'd like. It's up to you, or I can do them, whatever you want to do. But
they split them up or whatever. Yep.
So we're just planning for next Wednesday. If you want to come on and just give a little recap, and
for all the poolers that are on at our pool, we normally post our results behind the announcer's stand up on the deck, and I try to do screenshots and get them online promptly, at least the next morning after the pool, so that people can see the results on our Facebook page.
Yeah, that camera guy's a pain in the butt about that. But I didn't know y'all put the results up there behind that announcer stand. Now I just go up there before I leave and get them. So.
Yeah, if the camera guy goes to the announcer's stand and asks the right lady for the papers, she'll print them out on the spot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think she has a printer with her somewhere.
Yeah.
That's Matt's wife, by the way.
Okay.
If not, you better
Very
have
nice
one
to
on
her.
Saturday now. Making promises.
She's probably saying, I'm going to smack him. It's more work I got to do.
She's the best office lady we got because without her, we'd be in a tough place. She gets a lot of stuff together.
Yeah, she does all the registration and everything.
We have hit prime time, okay?
We
were shared to
timeline.
Super Tinker. Thank you, Clark. I appreciate that. I'm not picking on you. I mean that for real. Everybody knows the Super Tinker. So we have definitely hit the prime time. Well.
Say, do we want to hit the one more time, the like, subscribe, and share on Facebook, on YouTube, thumbs up.
Remember, we got videos we try to post daily. So
I did forget one thing. I just now thought about it, but on Saturday you can get our new merchandise that we'll have.
Oh boy!
Fancy hats and shirts will be there for sale.
Oh, I think I saw the little commercial you and your sister did there. They do look good.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Famous TikTokers now.
Oh, jeez. And sprint cars, TikToks.
You want to impress me, Joey? Bring some diet ice cream. I'll be a happy camper.
It's one hell of a year.
Hey, Matt, does PA Dairy Association do diet ice cream for JR?
It's all diet. It's all diet ice cream.
You heard that. You heard that.
Sugar-free and everything. You're good.
Actually, you know what? If you cut it 50-50 with water, it'll be half the fat.
Yeah, there you
go. He means like 50 vanilla, 50 chocolate.
There you go.
I will mention Kevin Nutt.
Oh yeah.
I want to keep mentioning this for the Kempton Truck and Tractor Pull. We have two shows there, East Coast Pro Pulling, June 18th and 19th, and on September 10th and 11th. Pullers, pit crew, puller families, crewmen, get there before 5 p.m. or by 5 p.m. Please be in the pits before 5 p.m. Kevin Nutt has asked to have that done because if you're stuck out there after 5, you're on your own. It's
you're literally stuck out there.
Really busy getting in that place. They have a lot of traffic problems there. Not problems. That's good problems to have. People coming to the pool, and they want all pullers on the grounds by 5 p.m. So there's both all 4 shows.
Yep. Friday and Saturday, both weekends.
Yep. So we'll keep ramming that at you week in and week out. Kevin's very concerned about it, and rightfully so, because East Coast Pro Pulling, Lucas Oil rules, 1 hour before showtime that registration closes. So,
yep.
We understand people have jobs, but you just try to be timely if at all possible. So that's all. That's all I have. I appreciate you guys coming on. It was a fun show. Matt got to talk. I was happy. Joey.
Hey, you had more than 5-10 words. We're good.
I'll tell you what.
I said a couple sentences.
I was going to say I'm glad I didn't have to do the whole show for you, JR.
That's the joy. I just remember, previously at the Buck, I'll be standing there, or sitting there. Sometimes I sit and shoot photos, and I hear this. Oh, it's Duane. But he's always good to come over, and he got a story for you. So I appreciate that, Duane. And I really think you should consider one day when life slows down a little bit for you. I think you would be great commentary for diesel trucks. Matt Hurst might shoot me, but
yeah. Ty wanted me to help him announce at the Buck for 5 years already, and I keep turning him down because I'm not sure if I can fill those shoes.
There's pretty big shoes to fill down there.
Yeah. He could do it. You could do it. I know you could do it. Diesel Power Fest would definitely be right up your alley. So
maybe I have to get some practice doing podcasts first, and then we'll go from there.
There you go.
There you go. They're simple to do. Really, really.
Come on when we have some of the video shows.
I'll be your
that's like
first guest.
announcing.
How's that? I'll
Yeah.
be your first guest. Of course, Kendra will probably win that out. So,
I do have my own fan club. So,
yes, you do. Klub Kendra, ladies and gentlemen, Klub Kendra.
Maybe I need to start one tonight.
there you go. Don't do Wednesday nights though. Do another night.
I can do Wednesdays at 10.
There you go.
That's getting pretty late for some people. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's only if we run over. Like we're at an hour and 16 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get a peck on the door here shortly. So I know how late it's getting. Joey, you all good to go then, right? I guess we'll see you Saturday.
I guess I'm good to go. Still got to
Sounds like
pick
he's
up my
got some
fancy
repairs to
bucky.
go. Yeah.
Real. What's that? You're going to go to sprint race instead? What'd you say?
What? No, I gotta go pick up my new sponsored buggy, and I'm good to go.
There you go.
Very nice.
Yep. I don't know what that is, so I'm usually. I don't.
That's my word for UTV. I just call it a buggy.
Yep.
Our grounds aren't that big, but you're more than welcome to bring it.
I'll tell you what, I tech there for East Coast sometimes. You get tired of walking up and down a hill looking for pullers to get to their vehicles real quick.
Yeah, you do.
That's back when the golf cart wasn't running too well. So. Okay.
Yeah, we did. Yep.
Yep. Go ahead, Duane. We'll let you have.
I was going to say we have
seconds.
We have a fleet of golf carts because we don't like to walk either.
I don't blame you. But okay, Joey. Yes, we'll see you Saturday. Thanks for coming on, buddy. And
yep,
looking
thanks for
forward
having
to another great season with Snyder County. Duane, Matt.
Yep. Thanks a lot.
Good show Saturday. Sounds like we got good weather, and I know you'll get good numbers. And should be an excellent show, as always.
We're a little bit nervous because we didn't have a truck pull in over a year.
Yeah. It's like riding a bike. You'll be fine.
Never forget. Never forget.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Appreciate you guys coming on. Keep next Wednesday open for a little bit. I'll talk
right.
to you. I'll talk to you more Saturday for sure. So.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. You bet. Miss Kendra.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's gonna sit here and stare.
I was like, is he ending the show or are we still?
Oh, I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm working on it. Yep.
Oh,
I knew Duane would stick around. He's hooked, man.
That's all right. I got to figure out how to turn this thing off now.
Watch this. It's magic. You'll see.
Oh, right there it is.
Oh wait.
It's magic. I love picking on him. He's a ball of fun all the time. Kendra, anything else you want to talk about?
Nope. Just another great weekend of pulling. If anybody needs somewhere to go, they got either Mont Alto or up there at Lebanon. So.
And if you don't mind taking a little trip south.
And so North Carolina.
Great Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League and Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League East Coast Pro Pulling Show going on in Benson, North Carolina. Galat Motorsports Park. I've never been there. I've heard it's a fantastic place. And make the trip.
Yep.
Make the trip. So, and the Buck. If you like monster trucks, the Buck's got a pretty good monster truck show there this Saturday night, 7 p.m. So, Kendra. Take care, Clint. We appreciate you coming on, man. So that's all I got to say. Like, subscribe, share. Keep us ring the bell, ring the notification bell. We're here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We will be doing a video show soon, and I will do my best to make it an oldie but a goodie.
There we go.
We'll get back some. We'll get somewhere. I'm not sure what it'll be. So, only thing when you get into the older stuff is it's not high def, number one, and it's 4:3. So instead of seeing a nice widescreen, you're going to see a box. But it's still cool to watch. So we'll see. Okay. With that said, Kendra, I'll be right back. And
alrighty.
Rest of you, we'll see you next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Get out and support a pool near you. Go have fun. Bring the family. It's time. There's no restrictions too much. And it's just time to go have fun. So.
Yep, definitely.
There's too many things to click on.
Too many buttons.